All right, let's see if we get some people in here tonight. Imagine I'll get a few. Okay. Get that up. Hey, what's going on, Dave? All right. Get Dave in here so we get a few more folks. There we go. How you folks doing tonight? Look at my tank under its night lighting. Had a kind of a long day, so I'm looking forward to chatting with some people about the fishy product. If you got any questions, if that's what you're in here for, feel free to ask. If you just want to chat, that's okay too. You think? Why do you think that, Dave? For those that don't know, Angelic Ways, I hit the link. Did it not work? Here, I'll try it again. See if that one works. If it doesn't, let me know. And if that one doesn't work, try the one right below it. Try the one beneath the redirect. See if that one works for you. Oh my God, my cats are retarded.
Hey, what's happening?
Not much, brother. Yeah, so that redirect worked. I'll use that one.
Yeah. No, we've been talking about technology and don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had 2 optical sensors go bad today for my ATO, and thank God I was home. Otherwise, I'd have dumped probably 10 gallons of water in the sump.
Oh, yep, it happens, and that's an optical sensor, no moving parts, and still failed. Yeah.
Yeah. So thankfully, I was home and able to swap it out, stop the pump, and swap it out for my old float switches, which is what I'm just going to run from now on.
No, there's something about the old touch magnetics that work just fine, right? Like I like my optical, but I have a backup that's a touch sensor. So, float
but
switch.
I think what caused it all is one of the modules for the Apex, the FMM module.
Yeah.
That controls the optical. I think it reset itself because when I went to check it, because I lost one of my graphs and everything, and I went to check it, and it was just like it was brand new.
Huh. Interesting.
Well, they've been having issues out of the modules off and on.
Oh yeah, I know.
But this is why, we was talking today about don't put everything into one basket and think it's a fail safe.
Yeah, redundancy is not having an Apex. It's that simple. Don't get me wrong. I want one. Right? And everyone's like, well, no, I'm not against it. I'm just saying that redundancy doesn't mean that's all you have. You have to have a backup for the backup. There's got to be something there just in case, right?
And I've heard of stories about, reef keepers having issues with certain things. And the other one that I looked at was, I think Vertex made it the Calibra, I think it was called.
The Calibra. Yep.
But there's nobody around here that even really knows what those are.
Nobody's touched them. I don't think they're actually in mass production. They BRS did a little thing on them at MACNA 2016, I want to say.
Well,
and
you could buy them. BRS was selling them.
They were selling them, yeah, and I heard they were dear as hell too. Yeah.
And then some other company I've heard that come out with them, but I don't know too much about them or who they are. Yeah, I can't think of it for the life of me right now.
There's one out of California. They got a startup going, and it was one I was talking about where it was one contained unit. You put it in the water. It was everything, all in one unit, and they weren't super expensive. Fish something. God, I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. And it looked cool, but again, everything's in that one unit. So the brain is in it. Everything is in it. And it's like, ooh, that just seems wrong, right?
Yeah, and it falls back to what do you do when something messes up?
Yeah, and everything is in that, so everything's going to mess up.
Right.
It's like, no, that's okay.
It's technology, it's electronics. It's not if, but when.
It's when, yeah. You know, unless you're willing to replace things on a semi-yearly basis, you know, so every couple of years or every 3 years, you're going to replace it and be prepared for when it fails in between. You know, I don't know. It's iffy. You know, it's one of those things I'm not that kind of person. I like to keep things redundant. So
exactly. Now, one of the complaints that I have with Reef Keeper, the Apex, you know, all of them, I don't care what they say, the manufacturers say, they have the ability to make them upgradable.
Yeah.
But I understand that business-wise, why would I be able to make this upgradable? Why would you want to buy a new one?
Yeah, exactly. If I don't do that, then you can just buy the new one and it'll do the upgrade thing.
But how many people, you know, and I use this term loosely, but how many people just have $800 laying around just to say, oh, well, I'm going to buy a new one now? Most
people don't.
I don't.
It's the same reason why don't people buy Vertex skimmers?
Now, see, I just bought a new skimmer today. I'm having it shipped here.
Yeah. What did you buy?
The Nios Quantum.
Right. Why did you buy the Nios? Because it was a little less expensive than some and a little more than others, right?
Right, but it also backed by Ecotech.
Uh-huh.
Not that I'm, you know, super absolutely thrilled that Ecotech's a god or anything, but they seem like a really well-built skimmer.
Mm-hmm.
I was narrowing it down between those and the Vertex Omega 180i.
Mm-hmm.
And same ballpark, same price.
Mm-hmm.
And this, actually, the Quantum has a little smaller footprint.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. Sorry, getting a little bite into me here. I think I'm going to get a Bubble Magnus Curve. I want to say D5 or C5, the DC version.
Oh yeah,
it's got roughly just a little larger footprint than my S150 Coral Box, but it's an in the water skimmer.
Yeah.
So's this one, but it's also meant to be a hang on the back.
Oh, okay.
Right. It's kind of cool that you can do both with the Coral Box, but it makes it a little tippy, in my opinion. But we'll see. You know, it's one of those things, right? You know, like
right.
What I'm probably going to do is build myself a good stand out of a couple pieces of Lexan, and then put them on top of some egg crate, glue them down, and then suction cup that sucker down.
Oh, nice.
Right, because it has suction cup feet. So I'll build get the right height and then measure that height and bang on, make my stand so that doink, there we go. Right. But you know, it's kind of odd. I was saying to a buddy of mine I was talking to last night about that, and we were talking about this streaming. And I said, yeah, and there's a particular individual that I listened to a tirade on air from, and changed my whole opinion very quickly, because I'm sitting there going, you know, if your understanding of YouTube is that it's okay to curse and swear and go on about a particular individual while you're on air, okay, we'll take that as it will. And it was over. It was the weirdest thing. I can't go into detail, and I won't.
Right,
But
right.
yeah, it was definitely an eye opener about that individual.
Well, I was always raised, I was raised and brought up that you don't really speak bad about people because number one, eventually that person's going to make themselves look bad.
Pretty much.
And number two, if you speak bad of people, then that starts making you look like a bad person.
Well, that's what this person did to themselves already. And yet, I'm here if people want to listen. I'm here if people want to talk. If you want to go stream while I'm streaming, you go right ahead. And what I kind of noticed, and I just, I didn't take it too hard, is that I'd be running a stream and somebody come in, well, so-and-so is running a stream. And, right?
Right.
I mean, if I got nobody in here, if it's just me and you, and they're like, oh, 20 people are over there, I'll make a decision whether or not I'll shut down my stream.
Right.
It's, I may just stay here and chat with Dave. That works for me. And if people want to watch it, and people seem to be viewing it, which blows my mind to some degree. And I think it's wonderful that you want to listen to me and you, or me, a few of us that get off that, yammer away, then cool, get away. I'm not here to play with you. Sorry.
No, you're good.
That young cat just like, I want to play. I'm not here to play.
I don't really care for big streams due to the fact that you can't really have a conversation going on.
No, it's just a bunch of people yammering away.
It is. I mean, it's okay. Sometimes, when I would go to Rico's chat, which, like I said earlier, I have a lot of respect for the guy. I don't have anything against him. I would just sit back and watch, and it's not him. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying anything about him, but some of the people that would come in there, they would start kind of beating up on each other or whatever. And it's like, come on, it's not Rico's fault, and he has nothing to do with it, and he can't control everything, but it's just too many people.
Yeah.